A few weeks ago, my wife and I decided to usher in the new year in Togo. No, Japa is not in our dictionary. We just needed some cooling off time, and what better place than an eco-village? Thankfully, our sister and friend Tokumbo had single-handedly built one in Lomé in Togo. Trained as a lawyer, Tokumbo Madam Ege, as she's known in Togo, though Nigerian, is a trained human rights lawyer who has found a calling in sustainability and protection of the ecosystem. My first challenge was how to travel to Togo. Yes, there are two options, either to go by road, which will take about the whole day with challenges through the border points, or to fly. And then I Googled and stumbled on Aska Airline as the only option by air. Now, costs, however, for a 35 minutes flight was almost as expensive as traveling to Europe. I still don't understand how that is so. Well, we're also helped a great deal by a lady called Fumi in the check-in reservations of the airline, and she's worthy of public mention and recognition because she made the booking so smooth and was ever ready to provide information. And here she is in this selfie with my wife and I before we went into the lounge. Well, knowing us, we goof around a bit, and every opportunity for a picture, we won't miss one. And it's just one or two of such pictures. And before you know it, we're airborne. And just before one finished gulping down a cup of water served, we had to fasten seatbelt for the descent again. It was just a 35 minutes flight to Lomé, Togo. After airport and immigration protocols, we were at the gate of Livingstones Ecovillage in about 45 minutes. Placed out to be our abode for the next few days. By the way, an ecovillage is a community whose inhabitants seek to live in a way that has minimal impact on the environment. An ecovillage strives to produce the least possible negative impact on the natural environment through intentional physical design and resident behavior choices. Food and drinks are right from the farm, while the building designs are also of mud or bricks with a lot of waste used to design furniture, beddings. Nothing is left to waste. No air conditioning in the mud chalets, though a few new non-mud rooms are going to be fitted with air conditions to provide options. We stayed in this mud house with a living room, a bedroom, and suite. Windows are open, though with mosquito netting. But throughout our stay, we were not troubled by any insects. I believe the eco-nature took care of all of those naturally. The rooms, though basic, were functional and really are for an eco-village quite perfect in many respects. The bathrooms, the water flows perfectly, and there's hot water for lazy people like me who just love the heat. Then look at the views of the sitting room, and the windows all open, so quite some air coming in here and there. And then the same thatch roof actually covers the living room, the bedroom, and the bathroom. And one of my highlights when I travel are the views from my window, and this one sure provides a lot of views. Then it was time to take a tour of the Ecovillage, and we discovered this raised payout, and right in the middle of the facility with a fish pond underneath. As we climbed, it provided a beautiful view of the entire facility, and even the seat out, the breeze here on this elevated portion was quite good, with very comfortable chairs to sit on, and needless to say, within a few minutes, my wife, just sampling the space, had fallen asleep while I sipped on my orange juice, catching up on some emailing. Again, from this vantage position, you can see the beauty of the Ecovillage. Look at the houses, the thatch roofs. You know, as I spun round and round, there's just a lot to look forward to in this space. Then it was time for dinner. I had grilled fish with some fries and veggies, and my wife had fish head as well, but in some sauce with fries as well. As we listened to the crickets in the background, very, very tranquil space and environment. Truly an Ecovillage experience. Then sleep the first night with the windows wide open. Someone from the city like us, quite an experience. No burglar proof, just netting for protection on the windows. Fan blowing, natural breeze. It was quite cool and calm. Needless to say, we slept quite well that first night. And before you know it, it was morning, daybreak, and breakfast. Breakfast by the swimming pool. How I wish I could swim. I started swimming pool, by the way. Well, there's a lot more to tour in this Livingstones Ecovillage right after breakfast. It's a beautiful space. Lots of healthy food to eat. Breakfast was boiled yam and some veggies. And then before you know it, it was lunch, jollof rice and plantain also with some veggies. All deliciously made. The average cost of the meal here as of today, December 2023, is $15. And the average cost of their rooms is $60. Note that these prices are only as at December 2023 and could change at any time. Everywhere you turn in this Livingstone Ecovillage, there's something beautiful to behold. One of my best parts is the swimming pool area. Again, even though I don't know how to swim. And this picture here on the wall says it all. This place is perfect and ideal for the entire family. The aged, the young, the children, and I see all of them all over the place in the last 24 hours. And it's really just one of my bucket lists. I would have to learn to swim in 2024. I've ticked the box on dancing. I've ticked the box on quite a few other things. This is one box I need to take in 2024. How to swim. I travel often and I'm just seeing all the swimming pools wasted. And by the way, I have quite a few swimming trunks. Nowhere to use them in. Well, he didn't all go to waste. Thankfully, my wife basically knows how to swim very well. So, we make good use of the pool. After all. Now, being that I'm involved in lots of training, speaking, coaching, and organizing strategy retreats for clients, I was delighted to discover that the Livingstone Ecovillage actually it's a lovely, wonderful destination for this. This is one of the training spaces. See the design and arrangement is quite cool with modern audiovisual facilities, and this is just one of two. The second being even larger, and in such a space where there's little distraction, if any, for participants, will be a wonderful place to lock yourselves into some creative talk, work, and strategy as an organization. And here's a slightly larger space, all in this serene, beautiful space. Yeah, there is. This obviously is a lot larger. Sitting capacity, by my estimation, will take a little over 100 in this arrangement. And look at that. No air conditioning, just natural air fed through the brick walls. Again, modern audiovisual facilities. So here you have just a combination of the modern and the ancient, if you call it that. Oh, I look forward to handling some retreats for some organizations in this space. And here's the recent addition to the facilities. It's a 12-room a bit slightly modern, also brick walls. Interior similar to the brick wall mud houses, but this is not thatch roof, a bit more modern. So this one would have the air conditioning as it is for just 12 rooms. So total rooms on the facility now, it's about 20 rooms. Again, if it's for retreats, for large organization, it may be ideal to just have some of your staff pair up in the room. So I think this should serve the entire facility, a team of about 40 on the average. And this is the dining area, also like practically every other design here, quite basic and open on all sides. So lots of fresh air all through, and pretty large also, with several space to sit in. And one of the attractions that caught my eye is this aquarium. You can see the series of large, excited fish. Koi fish, I'm told they're called, one of the most expensive fish in the world. And right next to it, turtles. Turtles. Yeah, there they are. It's actually lots to feast on while in this space. But yes, you will have to create a lot of your fun and activities. But the facility is great for all of that. And guess what? There's a spa on site. It's actually in use at the moment, so I couldn't go into the rooms as it is, but it's quite delightful and exciting. The space is just so soothing and perfect, either for couples to hang out, honeymoon, or just a group of friends, religious or private retreats, or strategy retreat for organizations. There's so much that you can do here. So much that you can do here. Really exciting, and I strongly recommend that you pay a visit to the Livingstones Ecovillage in Lomé, Togo. And you can thank me later. A piece of advice though, weather is generally warm, it's a tropical area, so come with shorts and clothes that are not too thick for the weather. I'll suggest you also come with travel adapter. What is used here is a 2-pin plug C adapter, so you can connect your devices. Again, because it's an Ecovillage, should you want to have some non-eco-friendly drinks, you'll have to take care of that on your own, or just drive into town, which is about 35-45 minutes away from this space. Needless to say, my wife and I had a wonderful time in this space, and pretty restful because it's quite detached. Limited use of Wi-Fi while we were here, only operational in some spaces, so that actually was quite helpful to reconnect with oneself and with nature, which I love a great deal. And it was a good space to also do some creative thinking, work on some content that you begin to see, including this one, and also made some more progress with the draft of my 8th book that I'm working on. Watch the space. Well, we're not all just at the Livingstone Ecovillage. We actually drove to Togo Mall in town, do some shopping. Another facility where all that is sold here is made in Togo products. Also, one of the entrepreneurial ventures owned by Togo Mall hosts the founder also of the Livingstone Ecovillage, and quite an interesting place to be, as it is. Of course, I had a bag full, so were every other guest that was here with us. Here I've put our 4 days into a documentary, 15 minutes, 5 seconds, a short movie as it is. I hope you enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed putting this together. I put in 4 whole days into 15 minutes, 5 seconds. Beyond the goofing around here and there, you really should visit the Livingstone Village in Lomé, Togo, when you next year in Togo, and also stop over at the Togo Mall. You'll be able to pick up quite a few things, all made in Togo products, by the way. What an interesting